Hello there, my name is Pooja Laldio, a student from Stadio. This is my student card, and I chose the topic animal skeletons, and it is taught in grade 5. And yes, I selected this topic as it is part of the life and living strand in the CAPS curriculum. And it is important for learners to understand how a skeleton functions, as it provides support, protection, and movement for animals. It also allows us to classify between the different animals and to understand that vertebrates all work as the same. However, they all different and they have the same characteristics, and they still perform the same function even though they look different. And yes, learners find it difficult to grasp a topic when it comes to flat diagrams. But in this case, a 3D manipulative will make it easier, as they're going to have more of a direct approach. They're going to have a more interactive approach, as they're going to be seeing a 3D version of what is actually supposed to be seen in real life, technically. And yes, why did I choose this topic? I chose this 3D manipulative of a vertebral skeleton because it is a model that aligns with the grade 5 CAPS curriculum. It is also a very relatable and important topic. And yes, it makes the skeleton that I chose is very real, engaging compared to a picture that's in the textbook. And this manipulative also supports group work, because there's going to be a group activity during the lesson integration of this 3D manipulative, and it will also encourage learners to have more interactive social skills and basically cognitive skills, because they're going to have to be critically differentiating between the different forms and parts of the characteristics of a skeleton, such as they're going to have to know the different parts of the skull, such as the skull, rib cage, limbs. They're going to have to differentiate and define what is the function of each of those parts in a skeleton, and the 3D manipulative will definitely help them to understand where are the parts located and positioned of basically the bones. And how did I put in or integrate my 3D manipulative into my lesson integration? In my lesson, I basically began a short discussion on vertebrates. I explained that vertebrates are animals with a backbone and they skeletons, and I explained that they are mainly found in mammals, fish, birds, amphibians. They are found in so many animals. They are being classified though with similar characteristics, but they perform the same function. And I also introduced the 3D skeleton, which is the 3D manipulative, and learners began to work in groups. I put them into different groups, and they got a chance to basically handle the model. So it's either that I brought a 3D manipulative in front of them, or had it displayed onto the board where they all were able to see it, and they were able to identify the main key parts or bones that are located in a skeleton, such as the skull, the rib cage, the pelvis, the limbs. And yes, it was a group task. The group task is when learners are able to match, they're able to even match organs to the bones, such as a heart. A heart is usually found in a rib cage, but mainly the group work is about them analyzing the different parts, and each learner will be given a chance to say, what does this part represent, what is the function of each, what is the function of a skull, such as the skull protects the brain. And you also had to say that there are diagrams of vertebrates such as fish and birds to see the similarities and differences. For example, you have to say the position of this rib cage. They are both have rib cages, they both have skulls, however they both, and they still have to perform the same function even though they do look different. And this activity caters to different types of learning styles, such as visual learners. Visual learners see a skeleton. Basically, they're going to have a visual presentation. They're going to be able to see the 3D manipulative. Tactile learners will be able to have a touch hands-on experience, not as in touching the 3D manipulative, but they'll have a direct approach towards it. They'll be able to go towards the board, analyze it in different ways. Kinesthetic learners will be able to build and manipulate it. They'll be able to look at the key components of a skeleton and move around. They can move around in their groups. And yeah, by the end of the lesson, learners will be able to describe the functions of a skeleton, which is support, protection, movement, and explain how a skeleton is being adapted. In conclusion, it does align. It's an interactive and engaging activity, and it is part of the CAPS requirements, which allows learners to actively participate, which builds a stronger understanding of animal skeletons. Thank you so much.